What is going on, everybody? So this is my Kia Forte. It is a 2023 model and it has seen some better days. So far she has been involved in 4 accidents, 3 of which I have been parked at my job, but she is looking pretty damn good. I do like my car. So to be clear, I have not cleaned it. It's a little dirty. It's okay. Get rid of that. Don't worry, I pick it up later. I live here. This is all of my stuff. And this is my vehicle. I don't have a van, I don't have a camper, I don't have these things, but I do spend a lot of nights sleeping in my car. So the number one question I get is, why do you want to sleep in your car? Well, what do you mean? Is this a new term for homeless? That's a comment I get all the time. And no, it's not that I necessarily want to sleep in my car, even though I kind of do. I really enjoy sleeping in vehicles for some reason, in parking lots. I have since I was like 18, I don't know why. One of my memories was like me and my friend just chilling in the outside of the McDonald's parking lot, just like watching I don't know, it's weird. But number one, staying places is so expensive. I like traveling. With a car, I get about 40 miles per gallon with this Kia Forte, and I love that. That is fantastic for me. My old Corolla, which can make its appearance right here. There is my old Corolla right there. Probably got about 30, and 40 is a way better increase. Enough yapping. I am gonna show you guys how I make my car into a car camper, no build, and how I can live in this thing for a week off-grid easily. But first, we gotta start with putting the seats down. Oh yeah, and once we have this down, you may notice that there is a big gap here. Now, early on in my build, I was thinking, you know what, I'm gonna get some wood, I'm gonna measure it out. Yeah, no, not happening. It might be hard to believe, but I don't have any skills as a woodman. So what I'm going to do is, I'm gonna come up with an Ian solution. And that solution was a yoga mat. Now, I got this for 10 bucks at your local neighborhood Walmart here, and this does the job beautifully. Now you may be saying, hey look, that isn't level, and why is there an oil stain here? Well, I spilled some oil on that, but that's no big deal. Nobody sees that anyway. Now it is still not perfectly level, but that is where this bed comes in handy. Funny story about this bed. This bed was 125 bucks on Amazon. I got it, I bit the bullet. I was like, man, it's really expensive, but I'll buy it. Got it shipped to me, got lost during shipping. Amazon sent me my money back. Next day, it showed up. So this bed is entirely free, and it was gonna be 120 bucks. And this bed is beautiful. Here it is. Memory foam mattress, baby. All right, there we go. Oh, I think we're stuck here. And that is the first level on how I make my bed. It is getting a little dark here, but I also use 2 more things for this, and I'll show you those right now. And here are my blankets. The great part about these blankets is that they were all free. I found them on the side of the road out here when I was driving to work, picked them up, threw them in my car, called it a day. Free blankets, baby. So I use this kind of heavier kind of quilt thing for the very bottom, and I tuck it all in. And then I have this blanket, which I'm not gonna need soon because summer is approaching rapidly, guys. I mean, look at it. It's like almost 8 o'clock and it's bright out. And then, you know, just a standard pillow. So this is what I use for all my power consumption. This is a 100-watt solar panel. I have this hooked up to a Jackery 300, and I'll just leave this like on top of my car or anything. I've never had any problems with anybody stealing it. And so this is the big power consumer, Alpacool C20. Right now, it's at 32 degrees Fahrenheit, so it should be shutting off soon. Why is it on? It should be on 35. I don't know why that's even running that high. And it pulls about 30 watts when it does. I know a lot of people would not be able to make it with 100 watts of solar. I am blessed because I live literally in a desert. This is the Coachella Valley. It is actually a desert. 340 days of sunshine a year, and our sun is always out and it shines like all day long. So 1 solar panel for me is more than enough. Honestly, I could probably get by with a 30 watt or a 50 watt panel. The 100 watt is just overkill, especially when the Jackery is always plugged into my car while I'm driving 24/7, right? So it's not the most important. I know that I'm in a bit of a different situation. And this solar panel goes right in here. Easy. And then I have, this is my drone, which it's kind of a crappy drone. It's a Potensic, but I wanted to learn how to fly before I actually go ahead and get like a DJI $1,000 drone. Just tucks into there. So it serves its purpose. I have a pretty heavy tint on my windows. It's a 15% all the way around. So for window covers, I just use 2 for the back because I don't want to make it look like I'm camping in here. That is never my goal, is to make it look like I'm camping in here. There's a lot of light shining through this windshield right now, but when I block this one, because it has no tint, these get like 50% darker. So at night, you can't tell. I really don't like putting these up, but in the summer and winter, they help keep it like a slightly warmer or slightly colder, but they don't make a huge difference, honestly. But it's just more for the privacy aspect. This is a no build. So the fridge stays there, and it can move from time to time. So what I've done is I take my stove, because I don't really cook on the stove too often. I go ahead and I put the stove right here. So the fridge doesn't really have anywhere to move. If it does move a little bit, that's fine. I don't drive that crazy. And also, so it doesn't touch the bed and it leaves the vents open, I put a tripod here and a chair right here, and it kind of nudges like into the wall. So it shouldn't move too much. And then when I want to grab something, I just pop it out, open it up, slide it back in there, and it doesn't really move. It does a pretty good job. Now this is my baby, and it has a very special place in my build. It goes right here. In between the 2 seats, it just sits right there perfectly. And when I'm laying back here, I have access to all the ports, and the power cord just stays in it 24/7. Only time it ever comes out is for solar, but I don't even need solar all the time. So that just stays right there, and I can move it backwards or forwards and plug into whatever I need. And when I'm sleeping down, it's very easy to access. So I got all my stuff charged all the time. This is the only thing that stays plugged into it, mostly the fridge, and that just kind of tucks in around all this stuff. Because there's nothing I hate more than a bunch of wires everywhere. And when they're like this, they're out of mind. So you can't even really tell I have any wires, because I do not like wires. It's a great little setup, guys. I love this setup. I mean, it's not professional. Yeah, it's ghetto, but it doesn't look ghetto, which I'm kind of proud of. And then we just have one more piece. So this is probably the most important piece of the car camper. One flap here. This is everything tech related. I got a heater, I got a fan. It's all mostly camera gear, right? Got a spray bottle. This is for dishes. Very important. Third compartment. I have plates. I have a beanie. It's not very well organized right now. I have my mini cooker, which I love, right? And this thing is great because it Velcros like that. And it also functions as a table. It's pretty strong, right? More cooking stuff, supplies. I also tend to keep some clothes. I take out a lot of cooking stuff and just use one thing for clothes, which for me works well. Definitely good for a week. And there you have it, guys. Of course, there's a ton of other things I do. I mean, I put a little light up there, as you can see in my videos, but I'm going camping tomorrow and it's all set up. May not be much, but I'm proud of it. It's my own little car camper, and looking at it, it just looks like a normal sedan. You'd never even be able to tell. I do have ambitious plans if this channel would grow and I could sustain it, to take out the seats, put solar on the top, and make it into a full-blown camper, right? Bike on the back. But working at 7-Eleven, I do have to leave my car all the time. It's stuck there alone. And without money like I do, I don't own my car, right? It's financed, so I pay for it every single month. So I'm limited to what I can do, which is why I did a no build. But at the same time, I love it, man. I've had so many fun nights camping already. I've already seen stuff, explored stuff, and all in all, it's just a very enjoyable experience. So I would definitely tell you, if you've thought about it, if you're thinking about it, you're like, man, I don't have a truck, I don't have a van, I don't have an RV, I don't have a trailer. How am I gonna do it? Use a car, use a vehicle, dude. I used a 97 Corolla one night. I just slept in there fine. I'm 6 feet exactly. I could easily sleep in the back, just curled up. It's worth it. It's not a big deal. I, like many other people, am probably never going to own a house, let alone a massive, huge camper van. But if I did, that would definitely be incredible. So you gotta make it work with what you got. but I do have a car, and I'm very, very thankful to have a 2023 Kia Forte. Love this car, man. And yeah, can't wait to go camping tomorrow. So thanks everybody for watching. Don't forget to like if you liked it, subscribe if you subscribed it, and I'll see you guys around. Peace and buck grease.